This aquarium is not done, but
I don't know, quite like it.
Matt chucked a load of wood in there because it was easier than putting it up on the shelves that were full.
Yeah. Yes.
And we just looked at it and thought, that looks really cool. Not quite like this though. So we've got quite a lot of sort of green and planted tanks around the studio, mostly, if I'm honest.
Yeah, they do end up fairly green, don't they?
So this one is not going to be green, at least not to start with anyway. We're going to do something different, and the concept's quite cool actually. So we were looking around the studio, weren't we, Matt, thinking, what can we do, what can we do? So we've got the Mbuna cichlids this side, with this monstrosity coming out the top.
No, it's Monstera.
Sorry. That is good.
That was a quick one.
I walked into that. And then all the way around here, we've obviously got the archerfish, which is quite a naturalistic scape, but it's like, again, very green, works well for the fish though. And then moving all the way around, we're gonna do like a completely unnatural, carpeted, like massive rock thingy.
That's going to be super green when it settles in.
Yeah.
Like,
So how good will the contrast be?
that will actually look really good. We didn't even think of that.
No. So here's the plan. We want to do an absolute ton of wood, but keep the water clear, which will be a challenge, but we can do it, we can do it.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Enough.
It'll have a little tint to it, but not a major tint.
Yeah, and we thought because we've got some awesome fish in, we could do it specifically for those. We'll get to that in a minute, but we're thinking, you know, lots of bogwood. The green is already coming out the top as if it's on the top of the riverbank. And what about red plants to go with some red devil angelfish? I don't know why I said
That
it
was,
like
that was tense, that
Yeah.
was.
Let's show them the fish. So we've got these awesome red devil angelfish, and they just look awesome, don't they? How many is that, Matt?
I think there's 10, yeah. Yeah, there's 10, yeah.
So we've got 10 of those. Now, what goes with angelfish? Some people say they don't, but cardinals. How good are cardinals in the Blackwater tank? I mean, it's their sort of natural habitat as well, isn't it, Matt?
Yeah, they'll look really good in there, really.
What
really
about
nice.
those that say, and I know it's going to be a comment, you're not supposed to put neons or cardinals with angels?
So at that size, they're going to be fine. There's no worries. These are big cardinals and those are baby angelfish.
Yeah.
By the time they get old enough, which is going to be 2 years, something like that, big enough to actually eat them, those guys are going to be getting to the end of their lives. You know, what are they, a 3-4-year-old fish when they're naturally passing away? And they'll have grown up together, they won't see each other as food. I've never had a problem with it, to be honest.
I haven't either.
No,
but,
I think
I know the comments will
comes-
happen.
Yeah, the problem comes is when automatically you get a big angelfish.
Stick in a
They're
little-
clever fish. You open the lid to the tank, you put a bag of tiny little neons in there, and the angelfish go, wow, that's lunch. Because that's how you feed them. You open the lid, you put the pellets
Yeah,
in.
makes
You open
sense.
the lid, you put the flake in. That's why they feed. So I think a lot of the time it's a learned response.
Okay. Yeah, that's exactly the sort of thing I've had with angels before as well. Put them in together when they're young, all good. Now, one thing I think we do need to do though is put a black background on it. I just think that's going to add to it, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think you can have the fluorescent blue showing
yeah.
through. It's not really going to fit the theme.
I mean, it's quite cool if it was like orange or something like that coming through. No, don't change it because then we've got to change it to the other side.
I was just seeing how blue it was around this side, but you can actually see a lot of the blue around this side. It's still, because we've put lots of extra stuff in that tank, I wondered if you could actually see it.
Ah, I see what you mean.
But
yeah.
you can still see the glow. So yeah, we need to put that on black.
Well, we'll pull it out, peel off the clear background that comes fitted to this. This is the Aquamarine Planter.
1200,
Look at that,
yep.
the 1200. These are all available at Maidenhead if you guys want to get hold of one. Just go in there, ask for it. It's the tank and it's the cabinet and it's also the extension lead. But yeah, it's a really, really good deal. It's one of the best value for money tanks, I think, and look at how beautiful they look. All of these are the same one, and yeah, they're brilliant. So let's change that background, Matt. Right, it's all painted, about 5-6 coats.
Yeah, maybe 7, I don't know.
Drying in between because we're impatient. It's been 15-20 minutes, and we never thought we was going to have to paint again after that lot in the back wall, but
And we had to make sure this was thick because we don't want that blue showing
no,
through.
not at all. But we can spin it around now, and yeah, then carry on. Chuck that light over quickly, Matt,
yeah.
on camera, so we can just make sure the black is black. Black's great for sort of black water, funnily enough. Nope, I can't see any patches at all. I mean, by the time we've got all our wood in, it won't look like this. It'll look a little bit more organised. Trying to keep open space in the front room for the fish. Front room?
Front room, yeah.
In Britain, for the American people, we call a living room a front room, even if it's not at the front.
No.
Why do we do that? Anyway, we've just realised we've got no sand at all. We used it all in the last build.
Yeah.
So we need to go get some. And we want to go for like a more sort of slightly yellower tone to it, because that's going to be a lot more authentic.
Authentic. Oh, I like it, yes.
Yes, authentic. That could be in the title.
Authentic Amazon tank.
With
Red Devil
Angels that don't exist in the wild.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an issue.
It's all right, yeah, we'll just brush over that.
Yeah.
Right, we've got sand. Wood is out of the tank because that would be impossible. Before the sand goes down though, I want a nutrient base, and what worked really well on that tank over there, this one here, basically it was Nutribase and then just a layer of sand over the top. And as you can see, everything is doing brilliantly. We've got Echinodorus growing, so there is said Nutribase. And we got much in there? Is this the last of it?
I think this might be the last of it.
Oh, I need to order some more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I had like several bags, but to be fair, those two combined will be enough. So Matt just said to me, should we not get the wood in first so we know where to put the Nutribase? But I just want to cover the whole surface, or base, of the glass. And that means that the plants can go wherever they want, then they can go in between the wood and that, just sort of covering everywhere then.
We're going to ask them, aren't we? Where would you like to go? Oh, you'd like to go on the left,
That's
would
enough,
you?
that's enough. Hit it. Ooh, there's a nice
nugget.
2 nugget. Crumble that up. So Nutribase is like, apparently it's dormant bacteria. We've got like lava stone, I guess, lava gravel.
Yeah, minerals.
Minerals, soil, the lot. We don't need too much. It's quite potent stuff, so I would usually use more than that, but we're not really massively planting a tank, are we?
No, this is light planting, we say now.
It will evolve.
Yeah.
No, Matt, you can pick it off.
Oh, no, I was just liking
Are you being arty?
Okay, I wasn't being arty. I don't think I ever do arty,
Okay.
do I?
Don't need that. I'm just going to cut the top because I'm going to use this whole bag. There's 25 kilograms of sand here, if it will cut.
If you could try and not pour this one on the floor this time, like you've done with that tank,
I
that'd be
can't
great.
promise anything. Actually, I'm not going to pour it straight in. I'll tell you for why.
Because the battery on the camera's dying?
Oh, okay, we'll swap that. Yeah, I've just plugged this battery in. It's also flashing at me, so I don't think I've... Yeah, we'll be back shortly.
So, what just happened? Why are we back really quickly?
So, the battery that was empty that I took out, I walked over to the charger and put the same one back in again.
Yes,
was
so-
like, oh, it's not charged.
So you swapped the dead battery for the dead battery. Yeah, okay.
you know.
Right, should we do the sand?
These things happen. So instead of pouring it in, I need to make sure that we sort of cover this front bit so it doesn't. If I just pour it on top of that, it's going to push all the nutrient stuff to the front.
It'll
well,
be
we only want a
everywhere.
thin layer anyway. So well, no, we don't actually. It's river basin, isn't it? It wants to be like wavy and that.
Wavy and that.
So
Shall
here-
I stop recording you talking rubbish about sand now?
No. So as you can see here, look, the sand colouring, just what we want.
Well, it's nice sand, isn't it?
Very nice sand indeed.
Oh, it's very bright. Hang on.
Oh, ISO is
Oh, it's
top
there,
front
isn't it?
ring if you want.
Oh, your camera is it? Is it? Well, no, it's not.
Yeah, end ring, clickability. That should be ISO.
Oh, hang on. It's selected on something. That's why.
There we go.
There we go. So after that,
So some people will now say in the comments, camera people will go, just put it on auto ISO. Auto ISO, bright aquarium lights like these, and then dark areas does not work.
you're now
Anyway,
really dark.
No, yeah.
This is very. This is
gotta-
why.
this
This
is-
is why I put it on auto ISO. See?
Yeah, but then-
I'm with the camera people. Auto
tell you-
ISO for the win.
But then that's the thing, everyone keeps saying, oh, why don't you get Matt to hold it and you go on the camera more? It's like, because everything's either dark or white.
Because Matt doesn't care enough about ISO. That's why.
Oh, no one cares anyway. I mean,
No, I think it's only you that cares. As long as we can see what you're doing. And this is sand. Everyone gets what this is. This is sand.
let us
Oh
know
dear.
in the comments what your favourite sand is.
Don't breathe that in.
Do you know when, have you seen that when, it does say to clean it, but you know we never clean it.
No.
Let the filter do that. You know when other YouTubers go, let me know in the comments what you think about some utter, like, no one cares about that question.
I done that in the last video.
Did you?
And I literally said, I hate when I say that. I literally said it.
Let us know in the comment what your favourite sand
Let
is.
us know in the comments what you think. I literally don't care.
Oh, no, you can't say that.
No, not me. I don't care.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no.
As a viewer, you don't care.
Yeah,
gotcha.
it's like people will ask the questions they want to ask themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they'll
yeah.
answer
You don't
the
need to prompt it.
No.
But anyway, let us know in the comments what's
Anyways.
your favourite sand.
Yeah, I like this one. This one's very dusty. Look at that. Anyway, I'm going to stop recording now. Should we get this sand in?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've decided not to put any wood in.
Yeah. Open water. It's the middle of the river. That specific section that has nothing in it.
No, so there's a little dust in at the back. It's not as thick as it probably will be. I feel like we can get some wood in now, and then we can use the rest of the sand to sort of bind it all in. So rather, yeah, we'll use that. So rather than doing like completely mix and match all the different woods, we're thinking keep the bigger, darker and flatter woods to the back area, then use the thinner, spindly stuff coming forward, and that'll sort of hopefully give it a bit of a sense of perspective and make this tank look a lot deeper than it is, because it's not actually that deep at all, to be honest. It's 50 centimetres. What's that in inches, Matt?
Yeah. 22, 20?
Some inches.
24 inches is 60.
Okay, we'll go 22.
Ish, yeah.
Yeah, that's going in. Oh, do you want me to?
It's not going in, it's too big. Oh, that's chunky, isn't it?
It's lovely. More angle that way because we're on the front glass. I know that's quite straight, but we need some swim route. There we go. Something like that. Start. I quite like this bit.
Oh, you're using that bit?
Why not?
Oh, okay.
Why were you thinking this is too good?
Controversial.
Why?
Just because it's a really nice bit.
Yeah, it is a nice bit, but I just feel like we should have a nice tank.
Aren't you going to have...
I'm just trying some ways. Now we need to be careful here. We need to be careful here, Matt, because I'm already doing it in the design.
Yeah, I know you are. That's exactly what you do.
That's the opposite of what we want. We want a randomness. So that straight away, I probably flipped around.
Get out of it.
And it looks like a triceratops or something.
I want this bit.
You want that bit?
But my arms aren't long enough. This might destroy this tank.
But that bit, Matt, is a design feature for the room.
I can't get it.
It's about time it got used, to be fair. Oh,
I'm going to die.
controversial.
I'm not going to die. I didn't die. Easier without filming it.
Oh yeah, if you don't film a tank, you can build it in no time.
It's like an hour's job.
Yeah, people don't know that.
Yeah, it's a valid point, actually. It's a very...
That's a big old piece as well.
That is a really chunky piece, but my thought, but I don't know if it's going to fit. Oh, it might.
This is actually similar to an Amazon one I did before. It's basically, I think, what I did. I mean, I like it.
With more twigs and stuff coming off of it.
Yeah, because we can poke them out of that hole,
This is what I'm
hole.
thinking.
And if we go opposite angles with the other twigs.
Yeah. See, my thoughts is that's like the stump,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
and then all the twigs coming off of it is the finer roots trying to find their way.
Or, let's just try, flip that whole thing so it does that.
It comes across it.
Yeah.
But then, do you want to view it from that end?
I was thinking that, but we were limiting ourselves severely by... We were trying to keep it all from one point, so from this angle it looks good, but I think it's going to look good regardless.
Just because it's the first one I picked up. No.
Kind of no, but kind of yeah.
Yeah,
I think we're thinking too much.
That sort of thought.
Right, let's just time-lapse us just chucking stuff in and out and just see what happens. Because that first thing you did by accident when you just threw it in,
I think we
looked
should have
so
just
good.
poured sand in on top of that and just left it. We didn't need to worry about this. The video would have been really rubbish though.
Very short.
Pour sand in. There, look, lovely.
Look at these expert scapers. Yeah, right. Right, we're sort of getting somewhere. It's actually a lot harder than it looks to make it look random.
And that's the key. It was random. Like
so
I
random.
just fitted all of. Oh dear. That's right. That will go in a smaller tank now.
So from the front, it looks like a pile of wood, but that is the idea. There is no structure to this, but I don't know. It looks flipping interesting, doesn't it?
It does.
There's tons of... Remember, the fish aren't massive, so it's not like we're taking up swim room. Come from the side, look, there's a big gap down there. maybe that's it there, Matt, but just a rejig of it to when we're happy. I think we go with that. Maybe like bring some sticks in front of this here, because it's a very flat point, because we've got quite a lot of chaos over there. And that's the thing, then it's not random. Oh, I don't know, we'll keep going. And the record for the most amount of wood in one tank goes to us.
We're quite happy with that. No. By the time all that releases its tannins.
No, we can stop that. We can just get a ton of stuff in the filter just to pull out all the tannins. We need detanners. Do we?
Yes.
I don't think,
a few little pebbles.
A little bit. Yeah.
A few little pebbles.
I don't want to go to town on it though, because it is quite a clean look when you see these rivers.
Yeah, you just need to scatter a few in there and that's it. Half a dozen or a dozen.
Yeah. I mean, this... Look at the contrast. But that's the idea, that's what we wanted to do. And how much are the fish going to absolutely love that? This is like just an area of the river that gets pinched, and the floods come, bring everything down and lodges it in. I love it. I mean, I love it already and there's no fish, and I don't usually say that until the fish are in.
No, I think this is going to look cool. Like you say, it's like where everything's washed in and it's just caught up, and all the fish would be going there because that's a refuge, that's a safe spot.
Yeah.
Is all those tangles, you know, big predators aren't getting in there.
This is spawning ground, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, let's fill it up. No, we now need to glue everything. It's going to take us a blinking long time. It's nearly the end of the day. We will do that tomorrow.
Have you got any plastic coat? Sorry. Have you got any plastic dip? We'll just spray it.
Lacquer, I've got, like a clear lacquer.
Yeah, just...
Fish-safe lacquer.
Hopefully it just sticks it and binds it all together as one lump.
So we have been gluing for a little while, not as long as I thought we would be, Matt.
No, that was actually all right. Yeah.
And our theory is that those big pieces of wood at the back are so dense with wood that even if there are some air pockets, it shouldn't float. That was the case over on the massive one. It might be the case here. We're going to steadily fill it, and if we need to, we can add rocks and everything like that. Some of it's going to move, but that's fine. That's going to add more to the random effect. But let's get it filled up now, and fingers crossed. Yay! Literally nothing moved at all so far.
I'm impressed.
So far, it takes like one piece of that glue, 1 point to come off, which is a chain reaction. The whole thing's floating. Let's hope not. But you'll notice that the colouring. I don't really like that colouring. It's too cool for me. We're going for a black water. We want more of a sort of warm glow to it. Now, obviously, tomorrow morning when we come in, this will be an absolute murky mess. We're going to fit the filter, but it still will be.
Oh yeah, it's going to be orange or red, isn't it? It's just
misty. Yeah. It'd be quite funny actually when we come in. It'd probably be like it by the end of the day with this much wood. But what we'll just do then is drain it down, kit out the filter with anti-tanning agents and stuff, and that should then at least hold it to some degree. But for now, I'm going to adjust that lighting. It's the Chihiro, so I've got the app to do so. Okay, so you have to come out of the automation quickly. So I go light intensity. So yeah, that is currently at 6,300 Kelvin, it's saying. We need it a lot warmer than that, so I'm going to bring it right down. I mean, that's more like it for me. In fact, let's go even more dark. What's that? I think that's looking a lot more like a black water colour. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. Maybe a little bit more brightness, maybe a little bit more red. Oh, no, that's too much red. Yeah, there we go. A colour like that. So filter-wise, we've just got a little Awase 250, which isn't a big one. And some people say it's not enough for this tank size, but we've got so much beneficial bacteria is going to generate in this whole system here. You've got the substrate, but you've also got so much wood, it'll all live on that. And then you're going to have a little bit of water flow as well from the outlet, and I think that's going to be enough. Most of my tanks, I only run the small filters. It's only if I've got large stocking levels that I add the bigger ones. So for instance, the archerfish are bigger fish, and we feed them a lot. They generate a lot of waste. They've got lots of danios in there, and there's lots of the loaches as well. So this one, we put the bigger one, the 800, I think, is the biggest one, which then makes sense for this sort of amount of feeding. Again, the Mbuna, they're more a sort of heavy feeding fish. I've just run up to the tank, so spooked them a little bit. But yeah, they've got a bigger filter in there as well. So yeah, Matt's just sorting out the pipe work for that filter, but in the meantime, I'm going to go around and pick out red plants. I just want some red plants in this, like Ludwigias and things like that, in small pocketed areas, not like all over. I mean, eventually it's probably going to be all over, but yeah, we've got quite a few to choose from. So I've got some nice HRA, that hissing you can hear, we're just filling the water butt back up, ready for tomorrow when we're going to need a full barrel again. But yeah, we've got some nice HRA in this tank with the rainbows. We've got some nice Ludwigias there in the Akara tank and some Grandulos there as well. Even more on this side. I've already just taken a few of them out, but I think I'm going to take all of them, let that regrow back from that pocket. To be honest, some of the Ecuadoris now, which is doing amazing, would be a good shout. Got some more over in the angelfish tank as well. These angelfish, these are the new ones we put in, settled right in straight away, part of the group. But yeah, got some nice Ludwigia there. Oh yeah, and we've got the crypt down the bottom here. This is Crypt albida, and that has a real nice tone to it. And then dotted around the fish wall, there's tons of different Ludwigias and that as well in here. More sort of orangey red tones that will suit the tank and the look we're going for. And you will have a new home soon. This is a temporary, obviously, tank for them after the order. Not suitable for them as they grow, but the new tank is perfect. And I just put a reel up on my Instagram showing the hardscape and the selection of fish, and someone was like, you do realise you don't have to put cardinals in every tank. I know they were joking, but this is actually the perfect one for them, like a massive black water but clear water, you know, style tank. And their colours are going to pop massively in there as well. So I've collected up a good little group, as you can see here, quite vibrant, some more than others, but we've got a mix of tones, which I quite like. And then I've just got this little box of tricks. Whenever I get plants, Matt, I always save these, as you can see.
Because you're a hoarder.
I'm a little bit of a hoarder.
You are a little
But look, they come in useful. If you're wondering what that is, it's a little bit of kitchen roll wrapped around the stems, just so it doesn't sort of break it and fills out the gap.
Kitchen roll? I don't think the Americans would call it that.
I did hear someone the other day.
Paper towel?
Yeah, but I heard someone say kitchen roll.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't think that either.
Yeah, that's quite interesting.
But still.
Anyway.
This one has got a thick enough bunch that I didn't have to worry about like that. But yeah, there we go. Let's put them in.
It's quite a nice echo in here for that.
Yeah, oh, yeah, everyone sounds good singing in here. Oh, you've just given them all to me.
Well, I thought you wanted them all.
I just took them. Okay, so this is the biggest pop of red. Look at that.
You want it
I want a whole section here of red, but not all of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No. Just pops of colour.
Oh my goodness, look at the red.
That looks good.
Yeah, and that's a good one as well. And that can come in front of it just to make it look like one grouping. And the good thing about the weight slit is you can just set it to wherever you want. And that's where it stays. Would you like to do some, Matthew?
No, I'm quite happy watching you. You know, you bunched these and you know where you had in mind for them to go.
Can you just grab it off there then? Because I'm going to get in the way of it otherwise.
You're always in the way. Do you want me to stop and start, or would you
yeah,
want me
that
to
would
continue?
Yeah,
that would
help. Right, this is HRA. Look at that.
That is nice, isn't it? Look at that pink.
I quite like these root bits as well. Usually I wouldn't, but I have to say, something we did touch it a little bit, but as we were doing the whole lot, we were like, no, that's too scapey. So we're basically, anything that we thought was standard rules for scaping, we went, do the opposite.
Yeah, we were unscaping certain things. Oh, they followed the same line. Move the other one. Yeah, it was quite interesting, actually.
I mean, there is a line, but some of them were too liney, and we're like, no, opposite, upwards, wrapped.
And even some of the shapes of the wood, wasn't it? Like, I can't remember which bits it was, but there was a couple of bits over here we put in, and they just looked too architectural, didn't they? They were too much. Anyway. Where are you putting that one?
This one might do so well up high because of the colour and closeness to the light. So I've just hidden most of it. Yeah, I've hidden it. I need to go in front, don't I?
I think so. Yeah, it's going to look good.
So you don't have to put all of this into the substrate because the roots will just find their way down. There's nutrients. Look at that. There's nutrients in the water already. And yeah, all of this might get moved around yet.
Especially once the angelfish go in there.
Big Ludwigia to go next to it.
Yeah, nice.
And that'll give us a lot sort of variation.
I'll tell you what, this is like with the mistiness. If your hand wasn't in there.
That's a Rotala, isn't it?
That is a Rotala, yeah, that is a Rotala there.
We'll go with that.
But with the mistiness in there, it looks like a proper riverbank. Like if I'm looking through the camera, it actually looks like I'm diving in a riverbank.
Sweet.
It's cool.
Okay, so 2 pockets there and then 1 over this side. Now I need to hide the base, but I also want it kind of visual.
But that's what rocks are for.
Exactly, I was just thinking that. And in fact, I can bury this one a little bit, so.
Well, I can come around the other side of the sofa. You've not done very well on burying that yet.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle. Look at that. Like a pro.
It's quite green, that one.
Yeah, but that's nice because that blends out into that area.
With this lighting, actually, that will go. So
That
you
will
can
go
see the
proper
tips,
red.
they're already going red. That's
Yeah.
because there was less lighting over in the shrimp tanks. There's more lighting here, which means all of it will grow red at some point.
Yeah, nice.
That is wicked. But we need floating plants.
Oh yeah.
We've got red root floaters. I mean,
It's got to be red root floater,
I think it does. Maybe a touch of frog bit as well.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so we felt like something was missing just in this corner here. So we've got some Alternanthera red with green on it, but again, it's going to go more red. I've also taken out this Boos. There we go, look. So it's real darker tones and it's got reddish to the underside and that as well. So can you stick that one in that gap, Matt, next to the Alternanthera?
Like behind it sort of thing. Like,
Yeah. Oh, no.
No, that's green.
Under the
Look at
light,
that.
it's so green. Doesn't work, take it out.
No.
Not to worry. That's why we try things. Because everything else, I mean, that's kind of green. That's kind of annoying me, Matt.
No, but look at the difference.
Yeah, massive difference.
That's like dark emerald green. That's going to go pinky red.
Maybe we just stick with that. We'll just stick with that. We didn't want it to be loads and loads of plants.
No.
We do want a little bit of leaf litter as well, though, don't we?
Oh yeah, the leaf litter will tie in as well.
Well, not leaf litter, it's like botanicals.
Yeah, botanicals, yeah.
There is
maybe-
some leaf in there.
I mean,
so
maybe some leaves, yeah.
Yeah. Shrimp tank.
Thanks.
Yeah, we've got botanicals. I'm going to use the Pac-Man. He's going to go right in the middle, yeah? Or just off? Just off's cool.
Yeah, I like that. The Pac-Man.
It'll be used as some sort of house. Then some other bits is simple, just pick it up and let it go where it wants. Yes, I mean, it's kind of blended into all the other wood, but that's fine. That's what we want. Like it's sort of, this is the scatter gravel of the wooden botanical world.
Lovely, I love it.
Oh my goodness, this looks so real.
Oh my God, this looks so real.
Like it's virtual reality or something. Details looking good. Now Matt's just collected up, haven't you, some floating plants? We've got the red root floaters.
Yes.
Oh, there they are.
I didn't know where I put them then. Yes.
Oh my goodness, they're going to go so red in here. I know that for sure.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
they already are, but they're going to be even better. The Chihiros light does so well with red fruit floaters. I don't know what it is, but oh, look at that. Any duckweed, Matt?
I don't think so, but probably.
There is. We've got a surface skimmer on the inlet, so hopefully that negates that. Oh, I'm really pleased with it so far. Now, I have just done an update video on my Mabuna tank here, where we added in these massive Monstera plants. Now, I love the plants and I love them above the tank, but what I don't like is the roots in the Mabuna tank. I think it spoils it. But yeah, hello, Matt.
Hi.
Yeah, so I'm thinking unstrap them from the lights and we can literally tuck them into pockets in the back of the other tank. It'll be more authentic as well because it'll look like a riverbank then. Plus, they'll still be upright how we're seeing here, hopefully how we're seeing here. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, it should be able to just literally transfer straight over to the next tank.
I think we're going to have to reposition them anyway.
I'll just sort of feed it over to you.
Because you've got the little ones as well, remember?
Yeah, you're clear. That's me done. hang on.
Right, and then we
Get
need
that root in.
The thing is, they're quite a way away from that light now.
They don't need to be on the light, just push them in so that they're wedged behind that big piece.
Yeah?
Yeah, they can go right in. They don't have to, they can be right out of the water, honestly. Oh, yes, Matthew.
There we go.
Look at that, it's working.
If I dislodge one of these bits of wood because you wanted these in there.
No, you already assured me that wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Matt, that is working. Look, underneath the water as well, you can just see a peak of the green. Now don't worry, Monstera can be submerged in water, not a problem. Lots of people ask me, how comes you were killing them in the pots from overwatering and then you could put them in water and be perfect? It's the soil in the pots from overwatering that turns sort of like putrid, I guess, and just rots the roots. But if the roots are directly in water, they completely convert. And yeah, they send out little runners, really, really fine network of roots, which is just going to add to all of this as well. Yeah, look at this one on this side. Look at those roots in it all.
Oh,
Something fell down.
yeah, it did.
It's all right, we'll fix it. Oh, that really has like added to it. Just seeing the green tops going into the water, and then you come underneath. Wow. We can put the filter on that. Is it ready? Oh, you're literally going to switch it on? It's not ready.
Helps if you press the right one.
And we're flowing. And this filter is already completely sort of cycled. It's been running for like 6 months or something like that now. So literally good just to go straight away with the fish. Well, no, because I want it to clear a bit first, you know.
Yeah.
But
let's see what it looks like in the morning.
yeah, there will be a water change imminently.
Yes.
Right then, it's day 2. Just as murky as expected. That's very busy.
You just asked me to send you photos, so I'm sending you photos. Look what you've done to the tank as well. Look at how disgusting it looks.
No, just setting up our marine tanks. I'm asking Matt to send me some photos of his original tanks that he set up like a long time ago. I've got some of mine going. That's not important for this video, but that's what he's doing. Just can't believe how lazy you are, you know?
I won't swear on camera.
But yeah, this it looks quite cool. I think it looks cool, but it also...
No, I think it looks rubbish. I think you've done a terrible job.
Oh, it's going to be like that today now, is
Yeah,
it?
it's going to be like that. You started on me,
I'll start on you. No, it looks amazing, doesn't it? The murk's a little bit much.
That's the thing, like, it looks real, but, you know, it's supposed to be a gallery to a point.
Yeah, you wouldn't necessarily want the murk in your front room, would you?
No. And that, to be honest, what's quite funny is it's not like a brown murk, because we've got, like, all the stuff in the filters. It's more of a clear murk. So a water change will just get rid of a lot of that. It's just a ton of stuff coming off of all that wood, a bacterial bloom slightly as well, that kind of thing, all that organic material in there. But yeah, let's just whip it down and whip it back up again. Whip. Whip.
Whip.
There we have it, all sort of clear, not perfectly clear, but you're not going to with that amount of wood. Matt's just clearing off some of the bubbles. It's probably going to need a good few more water changes, isn't it, over the next coming days? But
Most definitely.
well, the other one did, and that's looking clear now. Hang on, let me show you. Yeah, look at that, crystal, looking beautiful. There's some odd little bits of algae that we need to fix. If you look at the old leaves, all the new ones after I've trimmed it recently have come back really good, no algae. It's just what can happen sometimes. You can either treat that, or you can just cut it right down at the base and let it regrow again. I think I'll probably treat it because those top leaves are looking lovely. But yeah, it does work. So it's now been a week, Matt?
Yeah, about a week, hasn't it? Yeah.
About a week since we set it up. All the plants are growing even better than before. Reds are getting really red. Crypts are sending out new leaves as well. But there is a weird fungus that many of you would have experienced before when you put new wood in. Yeah, let me show you. Yeah, look here. Look. So from a distance, everything looks fantastic. The water's nice and clear. Look at those reds popping out. But this is what we're talking about. Yeah, I know. That's the granulose. That's how it's supposed to look. So this is the right, like it's the Chiros basically, brings out reds massively.
You say that's how it's supposed to look. In the wild, it probably doesn't look like that.
What, with the sunlight, like proper
Yeah,
sunlight
probably
on
green.
It? Probably doesn't even grow in the water, does it?
No, it's not even a real plant. It's actually plastic.
Yeah, that's why it's so vibrant.
Your viewers just don't know.
Yeah, shh, don't tell them. Yeah, but this is the fungusy thing, like a film all over it. It looks like something from Ghostbusters, doesn't it?
It's horrible. it's like some sort of like cocoon that it's wrapped itself in.
It's just a bit unsightly. So a way of getting around it is you can just manually remove it, or you can put in like bristlenose, plecos, also Amano shrimp. I think they chomp at it as well.
Yeah, a lot of fish will pick at it, to be honest. Yeah, a lot of live bearers do.
It's probably got nutrients in it.
Yeah, more than likely. It's just a bacteria, a biofilm. I think if you had a whole tank covered in it, that might take the oxygen out. But when you've got this amount, it's fine.
Yeah. We're going to do a bit of a combination of two. We're going to manually just brush it gently.
That makes sense.
It does, but it's just a weird way of saying we're going to clean it. And we're going to add the bristlenose as well. I don't think we're going to add Amanos because we're going to be putting the angelfish in there, and they will just... Well, they're big Amanos, but still...
It's time, isn't it? They'll be
Over
fine
time.
at the young, but as soon as those angelfish grow, then, yeah, it's lunch, unfortunately.
Yeah, so just do it manually to start with. so that's the majority of it cleared off. There's still a little bit on the underside of things, a little bit up there as well. Murked the water up a little bit, but yeah, we've got our bristle nose. Do you want to stick them in, Matt?
Yeah.
So have we got long fin there?
No, I think they're standard fins.
Okay.
Oh, they are going to be orange.
Yes, they are, because the Chihiros makes anything orange.
Oh, they don't want to come out.
No, we're not come out. We like this. We like the pot. Well, look at that one. That one just got.
So that's a blue eye.
And that's the last we saw of them. So, oh no, he's still out.
There we go.
Is that, no, it's female.
Yep.
Female there, so there was a male, wasn't there?
The male blue eye that disappeared in behind there. So there's a male blue eye and then 2 standard females for him.
One back there. So they'll just get munching on that. That's good. We'll let it clear, and then we can add in our fish. I'm excited to. Whoa, the camera's weird. When you look at this, because of the colour of it, the auto white balance. When I spin to you, you're like a smut. No one cares about this.
I was going to say, you're going to call me Ginger. Is that what it is?
No.
Your beard is really ginger.
No,
that's the normal comment.
Opposite. Now it's adjusted and gone normal. But when I first went to you, you're blue.
Oh, interesting.
Anyway, no one cares.
No one cares.
It's exciting times because the tank is ready. I don't know why I'm singing. I'm just a bit excited, Matt.
Right.
Yeah.
I swear there's something going on.
Look at it. Look at it. It's ready for fish, right? I would say it's ready for fish anyway.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, it's planted tank. It's always ready for fish.
Yeah, there's nothing. It's all testing out fine. So
Exactly. Testing's good. Temperature's good.
was this a mature filter as well, wasn't it?
Mature filter.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no.
Yeah, it was. It was off the other tank, so it was
That's
a mature
right.
filter.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
So,
yeah. No wonder it's settled in so beautifully.
Yeah, I
straight
forgot
away.
about that. That was literally straight off of one tank onto this one.
Yeah, it was.
Winner.
Lead the way, Matthew, to the fish wall.
What are we doing? Oh, yeah.
We know what we're doing. So we're going for 2 fish in this one. More
Yeah,
than
just-
2 fish, but 2 types.
1 cardinal tetra and 1 angel.
angel.
Lovely.
Let's start with the cardinals. There's a couple of neons in there with them, but that's all right. You know, they're getting along well.
Yeah, it feels bad to separate them now.
There's quite a few there. They'll look really good in that 4 foot. And I know people are going to say it. You always use cardinals.
You don't know. I think this is the first tank you've put cardinals in a long time.
At least a couple of months.
No, if not longer, I reckon. We should do it. We'll go and look in a minute and see when the last time you put cardinals in a tank was.
I think it was when I did a better sorority, not that one, the one that I had here,
Yeah.
which was, a few months back, 3
Yeah.
months, something like that. Anyway, let's go with cardinals. Well, we've got to catch them first.
Yeah, innit?
But you are a master catcher.
Ah, look at all that duckweed.
Weed. Okay, here come the cardinals. There's a good amount in here. They'll probably do their pretend dead thing for a little bit, like they do sometimes. Whoa!
Yeah, looking all right, actually.
Yeah, they do. Sometimes a few of them just sort of play dead, don't they? But all of those
Yeah.
are good. I suppose it's because we've literally just gone from there to
Yeah.
here.
Rummy
so-
noses and cardinals seem to be the worst for
Yeah,
it.
they do. Oh, look at that move. Look at that. They're the right choice. Definitely the right choice.
Yeah, they're going to look good. Well, they do look good.
Right, let's get the angels in as well. So they're red devil angelfish, right, Matt?
Yes.
But they're not. People are going to say why they're called that if they're not red, but because these are juveniles, Matt was saying, the red becomes more and more pronounced as they age, right?
Yeah, but then even when you look at super red bristle noses, they're normally like a brick sort of terracotta orange. aren't
Yeah.
they? They're never bright red. You don't get very bright red fish.
But brick terracotta angelfish doesn't sound very nice.
Sounds awful, doesn't it? Yeah. And an orange devil doesn't really have the same ring either.
No. Just chill out, guys, chill out. New home awaits, you're going to love it. And now for the angels. And just to reiterate, the angels will be fine with the cardinals because they're juveniles. The cardinals are going to grow up with the look at that. To be fair, the orange is way more pronounced under the Chihiros lighting, isn't it? But
Yeah.
then Chihiros does that to anything with sort of reds and oranges,
Yeah,
just like the
enhances
plants.
it massively, doesn't
It does. Oh, they look so good in there. Yeah, I don't think we need any more fish. This is just going to be their area. It's awesome. Love it. We were going to potentially put the keyhole cichlids in, but we're now thinking it's just not necessary, is it?
No, I don't think so. It's well, you can always add them later, can't we?
If we
can always
fancied
do
it.
another thing. We could always get some catfish for it and put the keyholes in at the same time.
Yeah. So they've moved over to this area. That's exactly what the cardinals did as well, but they're going to be more settled within like an hour or so. Look at this one. That one that you said about on the top fin, look.
Yes.
It's like a tiger print up the
It
top
is,
there,
isn't
isn't
it?
it?
Really, perfect stripes almost.
Oh, they're so gorgeous. This tank is like, I think this is one of the most interesting and beautiful tanks we've ever done. And that's saying a lot considering we've done a lot of like beautiful
Yeah.
planted tanks. But this is just different. I've not really seen anything like this elsewhere.
No, I think it's quite cool with all the different hiding spaces and everywhere that they're going to be able to go. You're going to see those cardinals coming out and in of all these different branches. It looks great.
So glad that we swapped the Monstera as well, because it literally feels like the riverbank.
Yeah.
They look better in this tank for sure. And the root systems at the back now all growing down as well. Just adds to that realism look. It's not real, but you know what I mean. And then add a little bit of quick start in. Although the filter is mature, it's been running without any sort of fish in there, so there might have been a bit of bacteria die-off, so a little bit of quick start won't hurt at all. So it's now the next day, and we've come in the morning and we've noticed that the fish were a little bit gaspy, which isn't really normal next day at all. I've had instances of that in the past when we've had tons and tons of plants. They've used all the oxygen, and then the fish, when the lights come back on, are doing the same thing. That's obviously not the case here because there isn't that many plants. But Matt's pointed out something that I didn't even know. We said yesterday about quite a lot of biofilm on the wood. Now, what does biofilm do, Matt?
It can use up the oxygen a little bit. So
Okay.
with enough biofilm, it does drop oxygen levels, and we haven't got much surface agitation on here. Well,
No.
we didn't.
No, we didn't. And now we've added in, first of all, surface skimmer here, cleaning the surface perfectly, but also we've added in the snorkel,
The Ace Venturi,
the Venturi, the Alpha Centauri.
the Alpha Centauri, that's him.
We've added that in, and it's just pumping all the oxygen, well, amongst atmospheric gases, I guess, into the tank. There's air bubbles everywhere. They've all hidden because we've just done something weird. They're all at the back, they can get behind there, but they're not at the surface now, and they seem to be fine. So they'll come out in a second, hopefully, and we could just have that problem solved. But it's just something I thought, well, we better address it and tell you guys about it, because I wasn't aware of it, and you might not be either. If you've got a ton of new wood that can get a load of biofilm, like for instance, this whole wood here is actually coated in it. And that means there's probably going to be more that we can't see as
Yeah.
well.
Most of the time it's the twiggy wood. It's not normally like the bogwood.
Bogwood,
That
no.
very rarely does it. It's all this sort of branchy sort of stuff. This sort of stuff.
That's like, if it's fresh, like this,
Yeah.
this has been in a tank, but
Yeah.
that bit there, for instance, if it's fresh,
Yeah.
it's almost like it's come straight from the ground,
That's
given
it.
a bit of a spray, but it's still not.
Well, I think they sandblast the bark off of it,
Right.
and then obviously the nutrients that are still in that wood releases, and that creates
Yeah.
that biofilm, I
yeah.
think.
It's got to be nutrients, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but it does. I've seen it a few times where people have had tanks and they've filled it up with the twiggy wood, and then the fish get a little bit gaspy. So it's not often, but it's just every now and again.
Hopefully problem solved. There we go, look. It's literally been like half hour or so. All of them are out. They're all doing really well now.
Yeah.
It's quite good. The cardinals keeping separate, keeping their distance. There's plenty of hiding spaces and plenty of room for them though, isn't there? So,
Oh yeah, it's huge amounts of space.
yeah, and we're going to be feeding good amounts as well, which means I found, like, when I had cardinals with my discus, the cardinals got absolutely huge because they were on that diet, that meaty diet.
Yeah, protein.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully they're getting more comfortable. I'd like to see them sort of shoaling a little bit more, but there's, still early days. Right, this has been a really interesting build, and it's very difficult, isn't it, Matt, to make a pile of sticks.
Yeah. To make it look organic.
Some sort of flow.
Natural.
Yeah, because when we were putting stuff in, we had to keep telling ourselves to do the opposite of what we usually do.
Yeah, don't scape it.
Don't
Don't
scape it.
try and make it look right.
I think was using the term, that looks too scapey.
Yeah, that looked too scapey. Take that out. Get rid of that.
Get that, the wrong angle.
It was even certain pieces of wood though, wasn't it? We put certain pieces of wood in there and it looked wrong.
Yeah.
Like they were too perfect.
Yeah, for sure. And then eventually we started to get like a flow going.
That was when we turned the filter on.
But we noticed that we did need some direction, and that's why we brought in the sticks coming down in that angle, sort of to this corner, which is where it's going to be viewed from a lot of the time as well. But just the addition of just the red plants, there's some greens poking through, of course, but that's like the older growth that hasn't gone near the light yet. But the reds on that, the Dwiggia grandulos, that is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's so good. They're so like poppy.
And this lotus down the bottom, lily, lotus.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Lily, tiger lily. No.
one of those things is going
You've
so...
confused me now. What are they're a lily. Yeah, they're a lily
It's a
bulb.
lily
Yeah.
bulb, but it's also a lotus?
I think so, yeah. But then they're lotus pods. So I'm not sure they are. Lotus is a species called Nelumbo.
So the good news is now all the fish are coming out regularly. Look, the angelfish, you can see them there, look, they're coming.
They're starting to get a good feeding response as well every now and again.
Yeah, and that main big... Oh, I spooked him. The big boy, he is like proper looking good. He's in charge, isn't he?
He is the boss dog, isn't he?
Yeah. This is one of those tanks that look good straight away, but I know when these plants grow more and more and I take trimmings and re-push them down, we are going to have a sea of red and brown, and I think it's just going to look so different and cool to the rest of the other tanks in the studio.
I think once that lily hits the surface, I reckon we should let him go.
Really?
Yeah.
But then we won't have that beautiful... Because if you leave the lilies on the surface, they stop growing down the bottom.
They do, yeah.
So, okay. When it spreads a runner,
Yeah.
we'll plant that
Well,
one.
we have got the other one. I don't know if he's doing okay. I don't know what
The one
he's
behind
doing.
it?
Yeah, he's got a bit. He's got a shoot on him.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's
'Cause
great.
I think there was about 3 little pieces that you
Yeah.
put in there, wasn't it? And
We'll
one
let
of them
one
had
of them.
no leaves.
We'll let one of them go to the surface for sure.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
To a degree, because they get big, don't they? So it will
yeah.
block light out, which means the other reds won't do so well. But yeah, really pleased with how it's turned out. It's a fantastic looking tank, and it's made me want to experiment more with big wood tanks like this.
Experiment with big wood.
Oh, cool. We'll leave it at that.